Greetings to Miss Diana and all of my classmates. Today I'll be giving an informative speech which is titled "In 4 Years I Will Be." And okay, so the first thing that I'll talk about is, as students, all of us have different timelines on when it comes to what we want to achieve in the future. So in today's harsh and competitive world, we should have a roadmap that aligns with our own pace of life so it can lead us to what we aspire to be in the future. For example, this is how some people have 10 years, some people take 7 years, and some people take 4 years to achieve what they really want in their lives. Bruce Lee, an actor, martial arts, and philosopher, once noted that a goal is not always meant to be reached. It is often served simply as something to aim at. I think some of us have lots of hopes and dreams that we tend to think about we want to achieve in our future, but is it possible for us to reach all of them? Therefore, in my speech, I will talk about I would like to talk about a degree relating to the English language that I want, and then to be free from, to have no debts, and then to be free from my insecurities. Now, the first one is, let's start with the professional development of my future, which is to have the degree relating to the English language. My goal of having this degree have been planted since I was a kid, since I have always been interested in the English language when it comes to writing or reading. Some of the examples of books that I read The Hunger Games when I was 14 years of age. And then another book series that I would like to mention would be the Help Me Be Good series by Joy Berry, which I remembered reading since I was 3 years old. And I think that sparked me to have more interest in the English language. Now, the English language has lots of different myriads of jobs that in terms of what we can be in the future. As Confucius say, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. So for example, the jobs that are there is a content creator, a translator, a news reporter. One of the jobs that have sparked my interest would be translator, and more specifically subtitles, translating. One of the platforms would be Netflix, which is a huge platform and could give you more in-depth on how a translator actually works. Now, another job would be news reporter. One of the main channels in Malaysia would be TV3 or TV1, and it gives opportunities for English language speakers to speak in front of the whole nation, and I think that it gives a lot of experience to some people. Now would be my personal development, a personal goal of mine. Now, a lot of people, especially in the youth section, would have a lot of insecurities, especially in this day and age when there's social media involved, or when you're in an environment where a lot of your peers starts to gossip about you. And I think that's where the feeling of insecurities come from, is when you are surrounded by those kind of environments. Now, the next one would be my flaws. I think everyone isn't perfect and everyone has flaws, right? So I think just accepting that your flaws are a part of you and that you don't have to change too much of yourself to be perfect as someone would want to. Now, similar to what I just said, is self-accepting. I think in the future, I would like for myself to be more self-accepting of myself instead of always pushing myself or to be a better person. I think just to accept that even if I make mistakes, it's okay to move on and learn from it. Now, these are some of the quotes that that I would hear sometimes when things get hard, and I would like for me in the future, in 4 years' time, hopefully, that it will just disappear into thin air. Now, as a result, not only will just have no insecurities, I would be more confident in myself, and that is something that I will definitely try to be in the future. Now, the last goal would be to be financially independent. I think for 18 years of my life now, I have always been financially dependent towards my parents, and now I think it is time for me to be more self-aware and about myself and try to take care of myself more instead of just from my parents' money. One of the ways would be to prioritize paying debts. I would not want to live a life where debts are always needed to be met. I want to live a life where even if I do have debts, I would prioritize paying them before pursuing to buy anything else. So money does not grow on trees, because it is a good phrase for me to tell myself that money does not grow on trees, because especially when you are not from a class where you can just throw away your money or use them whenever you want to, and be more aware of the social class, especially when you're not above average in the class. And lastly, it would be to limit my spendings. I think it is important to prioritize what I need and what I want. And, it's, of course, buying stuff that we want can be therapeutic to some, but I think we should make any trouble just because we want a designer bag that is trending on social media. And now, I just wanted to lift off the weight of my parents that have been carrying me financially, and can help them ease off their financial status. So now I have talked about all 3 of my main points, and which is to continue my studies, accept my flaws, and to be independent financially. It's weird and an honor that I am putting myself out there by explaining my thoughts to you guys, but I hope everyone have a good day. Thank you, Misty, and everyone.